Um, I always like to think about a loss as like a win because we're gonna learn from it and just keep getting better. So usually, like we should have won that game, but we had a couple of moments and at the end of the game and in overtime. So I think we're still learning how to finish a game, and once we get that aspect down, then it'll be a lot better for us.
When you went down about midway through the second half of that Florida game, it looked like you were in quite a bit of pain as you went back through the tunnel. What was kind of going through your mind there? Did you know what was going on? Did you think, oh man, I might not be able to
I
kind of come
knew
back?
I knew exactly what happened. Like when I came down, that's why I told my trainer like my hips is out of place. Like, can we go fix that real quick? So then we went and fixed that, and then I came back onto the court.
Hip was out of place.
Not out of place, but like they were just uneven.
Like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, and that's happened before.
hmm
Okay. And then when you were, I mean, I know you came in for about a minute or so in overtime. You've been good to go. You think? It looked like you kind of gave a thumbs up to the coaches when you
Yeah.
came back.
I was fine to play for the rest of the game, but with the five that coach had out there, I think he just wanted to keep that five in for the rest of the game. So I just cheer for my teammates.
And speaking of that, I mentioned Ugo a second ago. He told me after the A&M game that you had kind of given him a pep talk at halftime, and I know that same game you went over. Aaron was upset with the foul trouble and kind of got up and went over to kind of console him. How I know you've talked about being a leader with so many young guys, especially when you were out. How much did you want to do that? Do you feel like you need to kind of be that almost cheerleader for these guys?
Um, no, I want to see everyone on my team succeed. So it's just like when someone gets down, like I've been in that place before. Like knowing like things get frustrating during the game, a foul call, like things aren't going your way. Thing that was the Arkansas game for me. Like my first game back, I missed three layups in a row. Like I was, I was in my own head, like going back to the bench, and Aaron talked to me on the bench. So it's just like it's something we got going. Like whenever someone's down, and you can pick them back up, like do what you can do to pick them back up, because at the end of the day, we're gonna need them.
Yeah, what does that say about the camaraderie about this team, especially with so many guys kind of in and out of the lineup? Some people having some injuries, guys not being able to start the season. It seems like there's a lot of guys who kind of pick each other up like that.
Cause there's everybody's went through a rough patch this year. Someone has missed a game, or just people been sick, people been hurt. Z was going through a tough time because he was here for I don't even know how many days without being able to play. Like just having to stay positive at all times. We picked up on that pretty well, and just trying to help each other out every time.
I don't think we've talked to you since Z's Georgia game. What did you
Uh,
think watching that?
that I was that was crazy. Cause I was on the bench, like I was doing things like I wasn't supposed to be doing at the time. Every time he did something big or something, I started jumping around. And I got my trainer looking at me, yo, you're not supposed to be doing that. I was like, sorry, like I couldn't wait to see him play. He's finally playing. Like I got to be happy for him.
Yeah, can't hold it in. Just
Yeah,
kind
I
of comes
can't
out
hold it
naturally.
in. Yeah.
What with the growth? Have they talked to you recently about how tall they think you might get now?
Uh, nah, not really. Just got to keep doing this, and this, and that's just all it's been the last couple of weeks.
Is this going to be kind of think a process throughout the rest of the season as far as having to take care of the back, having to take care of all this kind of stuff, and make sure you keep it in check?
Hopefully not, but if it is, we got the resources for it. Like prepared to put in the work. I love this game. I love my teammates. I'll do everything I have to be on the court with them.
You may have already been asked this, and I apologize, but was there a specific moment when you went, "Man, the back's not there," that you injured yourself in a specific moment, or was it just kind of a gradual thing?
You talking about when like I first got
Yeah,
hurt?
when you had to miss, was there one moment you're like, "Oh, there it is."
It was gradual. Just kept putting stress on it, and over time, it just think the Louisville game. That's when it was just like, yeah, like I gotta stop. Like I gotta take a little bit of time off.
Justin mentioned when he's not on the floor and he's on the bench, he sees things that Coach Cal and everybody's talking to him about. What have you seen over the last this better, whatever that may be?
Yeah, a lot was seen. I think one of the most like important things I saw was probably our defense. You know, we have our days where we want to play defense, and then our games like it's just like it's not as effective as it was the night before or the game before. And I just feel like the moment we become more consistent and as a unit, like it'll get better. Our physicality that will come with the teams we're playing. You know, we're realizing we got to be more physical with everyone, and refs aren't really calling fouls that we expect to be fouls. So now we can go out and do those things to other teams, like the same stuff they do to us.
You know,
I know my hair look crazy, don't it, guys? I need one.
what's like a couple of games been like for you?
Like what?
Well, in terms of, sometimes you've been on, you haven't been on. The consistency, how tough is that to find who you are to be consistent?
It's not really hard because like I know what he's asking from me. So like the last couple games, well, we've talked like the Arkansas game. I was hurt, so like he told me that I wasn't gonna play that much, so I already knew like going into the game that I could just give him whatever I had in the tank. So that's about it.
What has he been asking?
Just to be a finisher. Like he said all the time that we have play starters and we have guys that play finishers, and he wants me to be a finisher.
Yeah.
That you had a little different perspective the last couple games, not starting in Arkansas and just watching the whole game on the bench against Florida. Did you notice anything else about the rhythm of college basketball or things from that different?
Yeah, I noticed a lot. Like when you're like something that I do is like when I'm not playing, I tend to like make it seem like I view the game as me playing, like to see what I would do or like how to like look at the game, instead of just watching.
How much of that do you think you can translate to hopefully being on the court tomorrow night and using that to your advantage?
I feel like I can use it a lot. Like I seen a lot of stuff that like we can do better, and like that I can do on the offense end.
Cal talks so much about the offense, and that's been a hot topic lately.
Yeah.
About how to improve it. What is the number one, the quickest way to at least put a band-aid on this thing before you figure it out?
Just like he says, he just wants us to stay 5-on-5. So whatever we can do to stay 5-on-5, I feel like we have games where we lock in, but I feel like we tend to like fade away from it like the whole game. Like we can't like we'll do it one half. Like what was it, the Georgia game? We was like so locked in the first half following a scout, and then the second half we came out a little sloppy. So it's like just following the game plan throughout the whole game.
Is that something tough for a young guy to find consistency?
No, not for our group. Our group is really smart. Like our coaches like tell us something the day of sometimes, and we're like get it like that. So it's just us being more disciplined and following the game plan.
I think you guys would probably have, DJ on the court rather than sitting with you on the sideline. But just
Yeah.
interacting with him, how much does this team just kind of miss him when he's out? What do you think?
Misses him a lot. He's one of our guys that brings energy on the defense and on the offense, and he's a guy that brings us together when things are getting rowdy. So that he's like a big part of our team.
Obviously he's a freshman, just like so many of the guys on the team. But I guess how can you tell that he brings that kind of calmness and collectedness on the court?
Just talking with him like as we were out the last game and like during the timeouts and stuff. Me and him were like talk to the team, like tell them that we like had to settle down and play defense and stop going like basket for basket with each other, like with the other team. So that kind of helped the team out a lot. So like
Tennessee comes in, and there are teams that come in here, the place is loud, the raucous.
Yeah.
But Tennessee seems to bring a different attitude to the fan base. I know it's another game, but are you excited to see what this Tennessee atmosphere is going to be? Because this is UK's most bitter rival.
yes, I am because like I said, I chose Kentucky over Tennessee, so it's my first time playing. So just excited to go, hopefully be out there and see how it is.
Given that kind of personal relationship that you were so heavily involved in your recruitment, does this game mean anything extra or give you any extra motivation?
Yeah, I look at it as a big game for me, just to like I wouldn't say like prove a point, but like kind of prove a point.
Obviously, so much has changed since then, but when you think back on making that decision to pick Kentucky over Tennessee and other schools, like, does anything come to mind when you reflect on, what put this place over the top versus Tennessee?
No, not really. Just like me trying to fulfill my like follow my dream, and this is one of the steps of like me getting closer to my dream. And it was like Kentucky was always my dream school, so I just followed it.
What are some of the, your point you mentioned watching and understanding? What the,
Say it again.
when you're on the bench, you can see things you may not see while you're on the court.
Yeah.
Or understand it. What are some of those intangibles that you've learned and can take out on the court?
Like wearing like knowing where to be on the defense, and like in game sometimes I tend to like not know. I wouldn't say not know, but like tend to forget sometimes like the next action. But like when I was sitting out, like I would be like, oh, he has to be there. He has to be there. Like I would tell them like, yo, you got to do this and that. Just off of me being off, like just like me watching from like the sideline and stuff. Um, of like learning experience. Like yesterday, we watched film on like what we had to get better on. The day before that, we were doing like just what I don't know, like just like trying to get better as a team. We're doing a lot of 5-on-5 and stuff just to get like more comfortable playing with different starting fives and stuff, and you know. I'd probably say it's not really that difficult, just off of how we are off the court. I would say like that brings us like I feel like on the court that brings us even closer to just off of how we react with each other off the court.